Welcome to second semester senior year with all the wonderful things that entails, and a little bit of trying to push your child to the end point, which is normal. So great to see everyone. I'm just going to go over a little brief overview of the goal of tonight, and then I'm going to hand it over because a lot of the wonderful things that take place are the result of hard work of many parents. So just in advance, I'm going to thank all the amazing parents who are going to help make this a wonderful end of your child's senior year. It's an exciting time. It can be a stressful time. A lot of change is coming that can be accompanied by some anxiety, but that's normal. We're here to help. Your child's guidance counselor is here, school psychologist. Please don't hesitate to reach out if things are getting stressful or overwhelming for your child. But tonight is really about all the celebrations that take place between now and the end of the year, and it's going to go quickly. So just as a heads up, I will be going into all the English 12 and AP Lit classes in the next 2 weeks to give a bit of a just general overview to all the seniors and remind them how quickly this end of the year comes and goes. So just for them to take advantage of everything and enjoy these events. A couple of just housekeeping things or general pieces of information. Please know, and Toby might review this, that yearbook well wishes from parents can still be submitted until Friday. So we have about 120 parents and about 85 have submitted well wishes. A Google form was sent out by me. If you need that link again, you can email Courtney Allen, which is CALAN at bronxvilleschool.org. We want to make sure everyone is included in that for you to wish your child well in their senior yearbook. Secondly, very briefly, I just want to remind you, you probably know this, but you might want to remind your child that school is still important. Final grades get sent to colleges at the end of the year. I will tell all of the seniors this, as well as the following. We have had students whose acceptances were rescinded due to their second semester grades. So although seniors don't have to be quite as stressed out about getting the perfect grades in all their classes, they still need to maintain good grades. So it is not over yet. They still need to do their work. I'm going to hand it over to Toby now to go over some of the activities that are coming up from the senior parents side of things. I will be back to talk about senior shadowing when we get to that point in the year for the rest of the year.
Great. And just to jump in, sorry, I'm going to share my screen with our graduation website that went live tonight. So Toby can share her portion from our site. Here it is.
Okay. Thank you. So hi, everybody. I am Toby Gillen. If you don't know me, my daughter's Delaney Letty, and I also teach French in the high school. So I am one of the senior class parents, along with Ashley Grammons, Hillary Blumenreich, and Shannon Gangemi. So we have a couple things happening. One thing right away. So on Monday, March 4th, you are going to be receiving an email invite for the Mom Prom and the Pop Hop. The Mom Prom is led by the chairs Michelle Horvers and Edwina Solomersky. The Pop Hop is led by our chairs Amy Kraus and Jennifer Lescott. Now, the big thing is you are not going to receive this email if you have not updated your membership toolkit. We have about 12 families left that we need to get those updated. We found some people were actually in the system, but they hadn't gone in and updated the grade. So it's very possible that you're in the system, but you just need to go in and update your child's grade to 12th grade, and poof, all of a sudden you're in there. If not, just go in, register, so you can receive all of these emails, because this is the way we'll be communicating with you. The other thing coming up, we have, hold on, sorry. So the so we have 12 parents. We also have Senior Week coming up. We'll be sending out a detailed itinerary for that prior to Senior Week. But for those of you who don't know, it's basically a general bonding week. It happens after the AP exams, after their last day of class. They're going to have speakers come. We learn skills, safety skills, learn how to change a tire, all kinds of interesting things. They do bonding events at Boundless Adventure. We are super excited to have a New York Times bestselling author and life coach that is going to speak to the kids about navigating change, being comfortable, being uncomfortable. And he has great advice for just the college experience and life ahead. So very excited about that. And you can see here, there's a community service day, speakers in Village Hall, and then Boundless Adventure. So it's a lot of fun. The other piece is the senior video. So the senior class video is going to be sent out either this week or next, so that be on the lookout for that one as well. It's basically a montage of photos that are shown before graduation. So in order for us to have your child in it, you need to submit those pictures. So be on the lookout for that email so that you get the link where you're going to submit the pictures. And please follow the instructions really carefully. You need to make sure that you're submitting 4 to 5 pictures, but you need to label the photo. So make sure your child's name is on the photo. It also helps make sure that everybody's been represented. So that's really important. So be on the lookout for that. And Anne already talked about the well wishes. If you're not sure, I know for me, I was like, ooh, I don't know what I'm going to say. So I actually went through an old yearbook and just had ideas of what people had said in the past. And then I was like, oh, okay, now I'm ready. So if you're not sure what to say, that's some advice for you. But it is going to be open only till this Friday. After this Friday, that Google form will close. So let's try and get full senior representation. And I think that's everything on my list. So let's head it back to you, Ben. Thank you.
Thank you, Toby. And just for those who don't know me, because I realized I didn't introduce myself, I'm Jennifer Heathwood, and my daughter Alice is a senior, and I'm working with Carrie Donahue this year as one of the PTA graduation chairs. So I'll take you a little through our site and graduation activities that seem really far away. As you can see, graduation is Saturday, June 15th, but I know the way I feel is it just feels like it's going to come up so quickly. So it's good now to prepare. So first off, this is our senior activity and graduation detail site. There are going to be, or Brad made it live tonight, so there'll be links from the Bronxville School website under parents and students. And I know that Anne is going to include links in it in her week ahead each Sunday. So it should be hopefully easy to find. And here's what our kids are going to look like in June. That's last year's graduating class. And then just to take you through quickly, you can use this for all your, as a resource as you're preparing, because sometimes you hear this stuff and then you forget. So you could always come back to the site and we'll update it as new information comes out. So graduation is here. Baccalaureate is the night before at 5 p.m. and that's mandatory for the students. And then you can see rehearsal and awards and all of that information. We included here a to-do list for parents. So if you're one of the people that wants to double check that there's 12, but everyone maybe go double check that you're on membership toolkit and your information is up to date. So when we're emailing you and when you get mail at home, the graduation invitation comes printed to your home. Please make sure everything is up to date in the system so you're getting all of the information we want to share with you. And it's important to know, I know a lot of stuff comes directly from the school, but not everything will. So it's really important that you're up to date on for the PTA to reach you. And then you could see, order your dress for graduation and prom and go through, and then the senior well wishes are due on Friday. If you're interested, we'd love to have more volunteers. And then the PTA, or excuse me, the foundation sells bricks for the front yard, and it's a great way to commemorate your student and support the foundation. So you can go ahead and click on there to purchase a brick. And then I'm going to take us down. You can see Toby went through senior activities, senior week activities. Then here's the baccalaureate information for that Friday evening. And I highly recommend going even if you don't have a student that's in the performance or exhibiting, because it's such a lovely night to celebrate the seniors who are in the arts. And then down here is the graduation information. So you can, again, use this as a reference. It has rehearsal times, graduation times, all of the details here. Like, you're going to get there so by the front steps, so you can get flowers, photos taken at 5:15, a lot of like nitty-gritty details you want to make sure you're on. And one really important piece is it's optional, but recommended, the post-graduation family dinner at Siwanoy Country Club. A few years back, some really great PTA members came up with this idea to have a way that the grade could celebrate together after graduation, instead of each going to private parties. So this is a night where we can, after graduation, we can come together at Siwanoy, and it's all very nice and organized for you. And Cece Hurdy, along with Cece, who's your partner? I'll unmute you. Cece, are you there?
She's partnered with Isabel Ingersoll.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry, I was muted.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. So Cece and Isabella Ingersoll are our chairs for the dinner. And Cece's going to take us through some of the dinner details.
Oh, good. Are you going to click on that? So basically everything is on this letter that you need to know. But we're going to sell the tickets on, I have it down here, Monday, April 15th at 7 a.m., which is really early. And we did that purposely so that everyone has plenty of time to think about if they want to go to the dinner, if they want to do a private celebration afterwards at their own home, whatever they want to do, you have plenty of time. We are letting people have 12 tickets, and that would be for one table. That's the maximum amount you can have, is 12 tickets. If you are a family of 4 and you want 4 tickets, you simply buy 4 tickets and you will be at a table for 4. You will not be combined with anyone else. However, if you are a family of 4 and you have another family who's a family of whatever, 6 that you would like to sit with, we can make that happen. The table max is 12. So it's all written down. Hopefully you can take a look at it. We are not having the tickets be transferable or refundable. So please really think long and hard about how many tickets you want to purchase. They do tend to sell out within a few weeks of the open, date. So keep that in mind, that if you would like to go, to act sooner rather than later. The price is $100 per person. It's a cash bar. We will have it organized that you can sign if you belong to another club, or that you can have pre-registered with Siwanoy a credit card. You won't have to bring actual cash. I'm trying to think. Yeah, everything else is really listed about dress code and attire. Just for anyone who's going through graduation for the first time, as soon as graduation ends, there's a really nice reception that the PTA sponsors in the front lawn. And I would say that lasts a good 20 to 30 minutes at the most. But there's light, snacks, food. punch, and the kids mingle around, take pictures, and it's really nice. So even if you're not able to go to Siwanoy, you will still have a spot to come together with everyone in the graduating class and teachers and friends. So we had some feedback on a few details last year of like a slow buffet line, this, that, and the other. So we've really made adjustments with Siwanoy. We think it'll run even better than last year, and I thought last year ran great. So anyhow, we hope that everyone who wants to attend is able to and is excited about it, and it should be a lovely night.
Great, thank you. Okay, so that is the dinner, and I really feel unless there are any questions, I feel like this site is such a great resource for everyone. And we just wanted to make sure you guys know about it and have it here. But feel free to reach out to me or Carrie with any questions that come up, or the other chairs. Thanks.
And do you want me to go over shadowing now? Is that good? I mean, I guess
Yes.
it's my turn. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so just to put some things in context, because I'm gonna be sharing this with the students when I meet with them in their English classes. So it's crazy to think about, but we have, I think at this point, at the end of this week, we'll have 3 weeks till spring break. We'll come back from spring break and have 2 weeks till the end of the third quarter, and then another 2 weeks and AP exams start. So once AP exams start, seniors only report to their classes until they have an AP exam. Some seniors don't have any exams, so they go to school those whole 2 weeks in May, the first 2 full weeks in May. And then that's followed by what Toby went over, which is senior week. Following senior week, there are 2 full weeks. It's the last week in May. It's actually a 4-day week because of Memorial Day, and the first week in June. That is when senior shadowing happens. Essentially, seniors, do not attend classes. They do basically internships, shadowing people in a field they're interested in, working in a volunteer capacity, working a job. There are a lot of different ways that students can earn hours. And essentially over the 2 weeks, they have to earn 30 hours, so 15 hours a week. I will be presenting this to seniors, and it's going to be their responsibility to set these up and turn in a proposal to me by the end of April. Hopefully you as parents don't have to do a lot on this, that your child has some things they're thinking about they might want to do, and they can put that together. And I track down every single senior with their proposals by that end of April, so that everyone has a plan for the 2 weeks of senior shadowing. So it takes the place of school. So essentially, when APs are over, seniors don't go to school anymore. They go to senior week for a week, and they do 2 weeks of shadowing. So that's kind of the way the senior year closes out. I will share with all parents the presentation that I'm going to give to students once I give it to them. It is not your job. It is their job to do this. It's like a good experience for them to maybe reach out to some people, think about what they want to do. We have a lot of options in the building. And we also have options where if students are performing in baccalaureate, they can use their rehearsal hours as senior shadowing hours. So we're always able to have opportunities for every student to get their hours, but most are able to get things set up on their own. Another thing, again, that hopefully you don't need to know about because your child is very responsible, about to be an adult in the real world, is that things like travel time count for hours. So if your child ends up getting an amazing opportunity in the city, they can count the time on the train as some of their hours. Again, in total over 2 weeks, it's 30 hours. And they don't have to be done 15 and 15. 30 hours could be done in 1 week. So a lot of students, I'll poll them when I go in the classrooms and ask them, do you know what you're going to do for shadowing? Do we need to brainstorm? We go through a lot of ideas. I don't expect to need to reach out to any of you, but I just wanted to give you a brief overview. And again, I'll send out the Google Slides to all of you just so you have all the information after I present it to your children. That's it about senior shadowing at this point, unless anyone has any questions. And then I'm happy to stay on a little bit longer if needed. So I think that's it for me. Don't know what else you guys would like to discuss.
I think that's it for us, but I'm happy also to take questions. Are there some in the chat? Oh, those are
Well, there was one about how many tickets for graduation.
Oh, so do you want me to answer that?
Sure.
Okay, so if the question is about how many tickets for actual graduation ceremony, it's 6 tickets per person for an assigned seat, reserved seat outside in front of the school. But there's always a ton of space. So if you have more people, they can come, there'll be extra chairs. And I went last year and I was just standing in the back and I had a great view. So I feel like there's not a bad seat in the house. If there's rain, then I believe we're guaranteed 2 tickets per graduate. But we have a small class, so I guess it depends on how the numbers look, if we may be able to get one more. What do you think of that, Anne?
Yeah, we'll take a look at the exact numbers to determine that. But essentially, if it rains and we need to move inside, we'll try to get as many tickets as possible. If you were there last year, it was a sunny day until about an hour before graduation and thunderstorms rolled in. And we were very worried at the last minute we might have to change things, but then the skies cleared and we were able to have graduation outside and it was a beautiful night. Seniors do not need a ticket. They sit on the front steps in assigned seats. So it's the 6 tickets for the family.
Okay, are there any more questions? Do the seniors need a ticket? Okay, so you just answered that. Yeah.
I mean, of course, if you have any questions at all, you can always email me and we will get back to people. It's 6 per family. It is 6 per family. But again, I think it's important to know that there is a ton of good seating outside of those assigned seats. Please email me if you have any questions. If those questions need to be directed to any of the parents, we will direct them that way and they will get back to you. It's an amazing few months, wonderful celebration of our seniors. Tons of volunteers contribute to this. I thank all of them. And I thank all of you. And we look forward to the next few months with celebrating your children. Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Hillary?
Hillary, did you
Thank
want to
you.
go through the senior post party? I think you're
Oh,
on mute. There you go.
Sorry, Anne's jumping off and
Yep.
we're going to stay on for some things that the PTA and some volunteers do separate from, it's actually not even the PTA. Some volunteers do separate from the school and the PTA. Hillary.
Hillary, you're on mute or we can't hear you.
Oh, here we go. Hi,
Here you
everyone. No, actually, it's the senior class parents. Just briefly speaking, touching base about the senior class after party. That's the legendary senior class after party. This year, Shannon, Genjemi, and myself are spearheading it again. So for those who are not familiar with it, it is not a sanctioned school event, but it is being held. Tanya Neild and Juan Jarecchio have offered their homes to have the after party and the breakfast respectively. bear with me, excuse me, my throat's a little scratchy. For those who don't know what happens, it's basically one house has a big after party after the Cybernoid dinner, and it's not a cater, it's a dance party basically. And then around 2:30 in the morning, a bagpiper comes, a traditional bagpiper, escorts the kids down to the breakfast, which will be held at the Jarecchio's home, where they will have a catered breakfast from Park Place. And they will be there for about an hour. And then they will all matriculate down to the field where they will all wake up or watch the sunrise, excuse me. And they will not fall asleep, hopefully not. But anyway, it's a tried and true Bronxville tradition. It's been held for many, many years. And one of the reasons it's been done and successfully is it sounds like chaos, but it's actually not. We do it we coordinate with the village police, we hire security, and we have a lot of parent volunteers. And we will be sending out a lot more information. I'm not going to inundate you with it tonight, but we'll need a lot of volunteers and sign up genius. And so, especially for like the bagpipe runs. And as I said, we'll be sending out a lot more information later on. I'm just trying to think. And a lot of this information will be coming through paperless posts and from my email. Nothing will be coming from the school through Anne or Louisa. So please look out for my email coming probably in the middle of May. Then finally, probably the most important thing is your child will not be allowed in this event unless the ticket has been purchased and a liability waiver has been signed. The liability waiver covers everybody. And if this is not signed, your child will not be allowed into the party. And we've never had an issue with it, but it's critical that you get this piece in. And so I'm just kind of emphasizing this, that it is critical. So you have my email and all the documentation. So please do not hesitate to reach out to either myself or Shannon. And like I said, a lot more information will be coming through shortly, but it'll be fun. It's a really good time. It is actually very tight in timing and everything, but it's really fun. So we're looking forward to celebrating the kids. Bye. Or if you have any questions, you can ask now quickly too.
Yeah. Just to add, yeah, it's not a PTA event. It's not a school event. It's really great parents volunteering their time to make this a really fun night for the kids. Yeah, any questions?
I have a suggestion. Hi, I love this. It's so exciting. If a child is over 18, the liability waiver should be signed both by the child and the parent.
Their names are on them. Everybody's names on them. Yeah.
And the
Actually,
child signs.
The child, yes, everybody signs. That's a very good point. But yes, we have the same liability waiver that we've used for years.
Thank you. Awesome. Okay, so just remember to check out that website for all of your questions on graduation and senior activities, and look for some emails from Hillary. We really appreciate you volunteering to do this. And also thank you to Tanya and Juan for stepping up and offering your homes. It's just so generous. Okay, everyone, have a great night.